Mic check. What's kicking, family? I'm glad you've clicked in so I can check in with you. Mr. Batch here, and you're there on the other side of the screen. All right, let's talk about my favorite sport, football. What I'm about to talk about is the new head coaches in the NFL. And I got some notes here and some actual figures and whatnot because I had misspoke on the last head coach one that I had made. There was a few errors and a few faux pas and a couple of messed up stuff. And I'm here to correct it because you guys have corrected me. So let me keep it on the straight even keel and everything is right, because I just love football. All right, so let's get down with the get down. For 2009, we have 11 new head coaches. One of the biggest turnarounds in recent history that the NFL has seen in quite some time. Two of the 11 head coaches have previous head coaching experience. We've got Eric Mangini, who left the New York Jets and is now over at the Cleveland Browns. We have Jim Mora, who was with the Atlanta Falcons, had some time off of the league, and now is with the Seattle Seahawks. Now, the 9 remaining head coaches are all rookies, and they are as follows. Tom Cable, Oakland Raiders. He was 4-8 as the interim coach last year in 2008. Mike Singletary, San Francisco 49ers. He was 5-4 as interim coach in 2008 for that team. Jim Caldwell, Indianapolis Colts. Todd Haley, Kansas City Chiefs. Josh McDaniels, Denver Broncos. Raheem Morris, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Rex Ryan, New York Jets. Jim Schwartz, Detroit Lions. Steve Spagnuolo, St. Louis Rams. And those are the 11 new head coaches with 9 rookie head coaches taking over the helm this year, and I wish them well. I have another video coming out soon because this one here, as I continue this video, I'm going to give you 8 guys, in my opinion, that are on the hot seat. But before we get there, let me tell you, I have a video coming up talking about the 11 new head coaches, and I'm going to do a one-loss head-to-head amongst the new head coaches and the team, or what they're going to wind up with the team, and that's going to be pretty interesting. We're going to see how that folds up. But let me continue with my version of the hot seat, and I have 8 coaches here that I feel or in some form or fashion might lose their job this year and be a turnover. Because think about it, the NFL is I shouldn't say a copycat league. When they see something that works, they're going to go for it. Now think about it. You had Atlanta and you had Baltimore with a great turnaround with rookie quarterbacks. Now, that's all I got to say about that, and that's going to be left for another discussion. But the NFL is a copycat league. They figure that you bring in these new guys, and boom, you light a spark, and you can win right away. But that's down the road, and we'll discuss that later. Let me give you my version of the hot seat and which coaches that in my opinion, might not be around for next season. Let's start with Lovie Smith, Chicago Bears, 45-35, 2 playoff appearances in 5 seasons with 1 Super Bowl berth. Now he's got a new QB in Jay Cutler, which is no joke, which is going to make the NFC North pretty rough and tough and tumble. So in my opinion, he's got to win. He's got no choice but to beat the Green Bay Packers and the Vikings and advance more than 1 game into the playoffs. Wade Phillips. Yes, Wade Phillips. In my opinion, he's on the hot seat. Dallas Cowboys. He's 22-10. He's taken 3 teams to the playoffs, and these teams are as follows. He's 0-1 with Denver, 0-2 with Buffalo, and 0-1 with the Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs. Now, they got a new stadium. They don't have no TO. And Tony Romo is no longer dating that girl, Jessica, so he doesn't have to run off to Cabo. And he might be a little bit more focused on football. That's all speculation, but that's what we got right here. All right, the next one up to bat, or should I say the next one up in the pit hole, Jack Del Rio, Jacksonville Jaguars. 24-24 with 1 playoff in the last 3 seasons. That's not good. I don't know how long the people are going to put up with that. You got to win, and past 3 seasons, no playoff. That's a key thing. I'm throwing this gentleman's name into the hat, into the ring, and you're going to be surprised. Yes, Brad Childress, Minnesota Vikings. 6-win, 8-win, 10-win seasons over the last 3 years. He's progressed up the ladder with the wins, but he's 0-1 in the playoffs. They lost last year in 2-8. They are built to win now. The only thing they're lacking is somebody at the quarterback position. They did injustice to Tavares Jackson by not extensively pouring some resources into making him the quarterback that they can at least manage the game and win, a la Baltimore and Atlanta. Shh, don't say that too loud. Let's keep moving on. My next coach on the hot seat is Gary Kubiak. Houston Texans, 22-26. The team has been playing 500 ball over the last 2 years. Gary Kubiak was the wonder kid that everybody was like falling over until he got the job in Houston, which he richly deserved. And you remember, Gary Kubiak was supposed to go to Denver and and a whole bunch of other stuff. Shanahan was still hip. Now he's in Houston, and they haven't been playing that good. And they got a very good team there. They got a decent team down there in the Houston Texans. But you got to win, and you got to get to the playoffs, and they were right there. But that's my person on the hot seat. Marvin Lewis, Cincinnati Bengals. He's 46, 49-1. And 0-1 in the playoffs over the last 6 years. Injuries, a whole bunch of stuff. Injuries, arrests, and a whole bunch of other stuff has befallen the Cincinnati Bengals. And what can I tell you? He's on the hot seat. Jim Zigzag Zorn. Zigzag. What are you guys talking about? Yeah, Jim Zigzag Zorn. His ass was being chased around one time by Derek Thomas, who just about set a single game sack record on him. But enough of Jim Zorn, the former ball player. Let's talk about Jim Zorn, the Washington Redskins head coach. 8-8 in his first season. Has 2 more years left on his contract. What can he do? Sign free agent Albert Hainsworth to clog up the middle defensively. So how's that going to translate to help the team? We don't know. We're going to have to take a look and see. And the last person on my hot seat list as head coaches in the NFL who might lose their job at the end of the 2009-2010 season is Dick Duran. Yes, Dick Duran is 7-9 the last 3 straight seasons. Oh, man, that's terrible. 9 years as a head coach in the NFL, and he's only 0-1 in the playoffs. Wow. This guy, he's getting ready to go. You know why? They brought in the surefire hand grenade that will blow the spot up and make sure that Dick Duran is thrown over the side, and that is Terrell Owens. They've got a big arm quarterback. They got a decent running game. And now they brought in a big-time player as Terrell Owens, who's now playing for North America's team, so he stated. And he's got his own show coming on. So, they got a lot going on in Buffalo, so they got to win. If not, Dick Duran is out. So, this is Mr. Batch.
Now who be hitting the best? Cold kicking it fresh, I'm tight.